Welcome to Sin City Crypto Live and Blockchain Basement, where we are here to talk about things.
Is that it?
Yep.
That's all? No.
Bum, 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 bum. You ready for this? I'm ready. Welcome.
If you're gonna screw me, at least pull my hair.
Hell yeah.
What you got?
They could start chopping off fingers. They're like, give me your seed phrase, but I don't know it.
Out to give the numbers out. And I was like, no, hang up the phone right now.
Or like when it dropped in 2020, was it like exciting?
400,000 to 600,000. The generational signals are now.
Level. So I don't even know if we're gonna get back below there. But if we do, that's kind of where we.
You wonder why I don't introduce you. It's the second time this week you've cut me off. How you guys doing today? Welcome back to Sin City Crypto Live and the Blockchain Basement on YouTube and Twitch. My name is David, one of your four amazing hosts today. Today we have an all-star cast. I am joined by none other than Forrest from Sistine Research. If you're from the Sin City fam, you know that he joins us every Friday, so we don't want to take that away from you. Also, we have Robin and Drew. That's it for the all-star cast. For the non-all-star cast, we have BJ running the boards. What's up? Wow. Don't you forget.
That was very nice. Very
That's
smooth.
funny.
You know, a lot of people looking back at the chat has said that the two of us look like brothers.
So you sat next to
he
each
looks
other.
like post-Rob puberty, and then I am pre-Rob puberty.
Post-apocalyptic, Rob.
Prob.
Prob.
We're going to call him Prob.
Yeah.
Prob. Guys, Bitcoin's on a 29K.
Hell yeah.
It's tanking as we speak. Let's pull up the laptop. Let's take a look at the coin market cap. Thank God we have a TA guy here with no computer to do TA, but we're going to ask him his opinion. Bitcoin, $27,900. Down 2.2% over the last 24 hours, 0.5% over the last hour. I want to stop there. Forrest, I know you don't have your computer, you don't have the charts in front of you now, but I know you study charts all day long, and I know you probably looked at a Bitcoin chart before you came in here. Were there any levels that you saw, or what are your general thoughts about this push below 28K? We held resistance for a little bit of time. Where do you think we're headed to next?
Yeah, so I was looking at the charts last night on the live stream, and I was looking at charts this morning. Look, I pulled up the high block liquidation heat map, and there's actually quite a bit of support here around 27.5, all the way down to potentially 27. We start breaking through 27, it looks like we'll probably retest that range high of 25.2, where we kind of tapped it twice before breaking through on the third try. So the level that I talked about last night in my live stream at length was $23,200. So that's my downside target, and it's not because I feel like it's a likely target for us to just go to 23.2K. It's the level where we have so much confluent support that I'm actually very confident bidding at 23.2K if we fall to that level, right? So it's not a level that I'm saying, hey, we're going to go down to 23.2K. It's a level that if we go down to 23.2K, I expect a bounce in that region because there's just so many incentives that are shifting in the market to make buying incentives go up, selling incentives go down right in that tight zone of 23.2K. But if we get a bid here, if we actually start getting a bounce around 27.5 on the daily chart, you will find some bullish divergence in the RSI. Which could, so that hasn't printed or confirmed yet, but if we start bouncing, we start running back up to 28.5, 28.8, 29, that's a signal that we could actually have one more leg left. I mean, at the end of the day, we're only in I don't know what the percentage pullback is from this recent 31K high, but it's like 5 to 10% right now. It's not that bad yet. This could be a normal, 5 to 10% correction before continuation.
I feel like when I'm trying to navigate my home city of Las Vegas, I have this mental map that I can easily put down on paper, turn here, go up to this road. I feel like you have all of that in the charts in your head. Like you just navigate. Like, well, we're forming a parabola here. And
Parabola. What the hell is a parabola?
It's a triangle.
No, it's not.
What are you talking about, bro?
It's a symbol.
It's a half curve created by two foci, technically.
Foci.
Bitcoin's dumping back down to 27.8 right now.
Drew, are you a buyer at 23.2?
What?
23.2 big time. I'm looking to reaccumulate big time at 25. Great if it goes down to 23. I felt like 25 is a reasonable spot for us to go back down to once we were at that 31 mark. just happened so fast, so quick.
Huge.
It was huge. So I just felt like a little pullback in my hillbilly way of doing TA made sense. When I back up on the year or the all-time chart. So big time buyer at 25, hoping for 20. Probably won't get what I want. There's that CME gap that I don't think it's going to get filled at 20,300.
Robin, now besides being mental, are you?
I have an image of a parabola.
Don't pull it up yet, BJ. Let me finish my statement. He's getting too comfortable here. Robin, besides stating the obvious of you said you're mental, are you mental enough to wait for Bitcoin to drop to 23.2? You think that's going to happen, or what are your thoughts?
I'm no chart guy.
We know.
Thank you. But I think 25K is going to be the big psychological support level. I don't think we'll go under it. Now I think we'll kind of bounce. I think this is a natural pullback. We shot up to 30K pretty quick. We got to 30K pretty quickly from 16. And especially in a bear market, it's pretty quick bear market move. So I think this is expected a pullback. I think 25K would be my area. Wouldn't be surprised if you hit 23 though, honestly.
Okay. Go ahead. You go show your stupid thing.
Yeah, parabola.
Oh my!
So in case you're wondering what this is, it's the axis of symmetry.
Wow.
And so yeah,
No, it
geometry.
is showing you what the axis of symmetry is.
Yes.
It is not the axis of symmetry.
Okay.
So that axis is technically
Try to
known
be
as.
funny.
Actually, is that the inflection point? Technically,
I have no idea.
Robin, you don't want to have this
Chemistry
conversation with
bros
BJ.
didn't
There's
say
a
on
dotted line. I wish I had a pencil so I could draw right across it because it's telling me what to do. And outside of that, I will rest.
I was terrible at fucking
Thank you.
algebra.
That's really bearish. So I think
like a line
20K is
equation.
imminent now after looking at this graph that you just brought
Yeah,
up.
The
wow.
parabola has spoken.
Yeah.
ladies and
Parabola has
gentlemen.
spoken.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Like the biggest question in my mind is, am I buying Bitcoin on once it gets back down to those levels? Are we waiting, a little bit more time to start allocating heavier into altcoins? I don't mess around with altcoins a ton. That's not what makes up a majority of my portfolio, but I've been kind of really just heavy on Bitcoin so far with toe dipping into the altcoins. I'm trying to just research different projects that might be good to go into later. Maybe that later time is after this pullback. I don't know. That's the question I'm left in my mind right now.
Now, let's take a look at some of the biggest losers of the day in the altcoin
Hold on,
market.
wait.
Zoom in.
Oh, I thought it was just gonna be a picture of Rob.
Well, originally it was. If I had camera control, I would have said that.
Render's pulling back?
Render's down 20% over the last day. Yeah, GMX down 10.5%. Conflux, we call it the China coin.
Yep.
That is down 18.26%. Why is BitTorrent in here and it's green? Oh, because I'm looking at the 7 day. My bad. GMX down 7%. Conflux down 6%. BitTorrent, Thorchain, and DYDXN. One of my favorites, Avalanche. Picked some up at $19.50. Now, Forrest, out of these ones I mentioned, and throw ICP in there, and throw IMX in there. So IMX, Avalanche, and Internet Computer Protocol. Which one are you picking up at current prices if you were to scoop some up right now?
AVAX by far, and I'd really like to get it at 15, 16.
I do. You think it's going to get there?
It really depends. Like if Bitcoin goes to 25 or 23, then yeah, it may even go lower. But 15 is your strong psychological support. IMX is just the strong layer 2 play, but the unlock schedule is a little bit aggressive. Emissions on IMX are a little bit aggressive. Actually believe GameStop does a lot with IMX, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you're right.
ICP is just it's the unknown right now, right? It's, we're in the middle of a bear market or bear market rally. Look, ICP could be a huge performer next market cycle. But right now it's something that, if we go back into retest some lows, if we pull back to 23K, we break below 23K, we get a recession. It's like you could end up having to bag hold ICP for, next market cycle and not see returns for a while. So that's why I'd be a little bit cautious around ICP personally.
I would be happy to bag hold. Here's the ICP chart on mine here.
It's ugly.
You'd be happy to hold that?
It's not good looking.
Yeah,
You'd be happy to hold that.
you-
That looks like a rug pull,
it does look like a rug pull.
right? Like,
It's a tough one. Like, I like what they're going for. They're trying to do canistered smart contracts for Bitcoin. They're trying to do big things.
Yeah.
I felt like they were arbitraged by FTX at their launch. So, I try not to hold too much of that against them, but that chart does not look pretty. Like, I'm not comfortable buying ICP unless it's like $3.
You
like
like
how he
abusive
zoomed in?
relationships, don't you?
I am a glutton for punishment.
I see that. You can see all the red flags or the red candles, and
I know.
you still go.
or
But
the Red Seas.
I've seen crazier things work last market. So,
That's true.
it's nothing outside of the scope of reclaiming like, maybe $50 a token or, possibly get into the 100 realm, but that would have to be a big move. And there would have to be a fuzzy haired bandit out of the picture, not arbitraging competitive projects to the ground with synthesized assets. So as long as we don't have that, we'll be fine. But
What are the odds of that happening again? Who
it's a
knows?
pretty wide world out there.
World
so-
Wide Web.
Yeah. World Wide Web.
Okay, Aladdin.
Yeah.
I like the fact that I feel confident it's going to come back next market cycle, and I think $5 is for where the price was. I know the market makers got it wrong. They listed through Alameda Research and the market makers that is FTX subsidiary. So not realistic prices. They got taken advantage of.
Yeah.
But I do think the $30, $40 range is a very conservative price target, which would be 8x.
It's a big move.
And they got big partnerships in venture capital, and one of the big competitors in venture capital funding, Solana's taking some lumps. And so, yeah, I think, and they got a lot of institutions behind them as far as partnerships outside of the Web3. So some of those like traditional style companies, we've seen the likes of Disney and some other players partnering with Polygon. There is also big partnerships in Internet Computers, ICP portfolio as well. So,
And I'm a huge Insane Clown Posse fan.
ooh,
So, well,
terrible music.
I was. I know, really terrible music, but there were some bangers in there. I could get down during high
He's
school.
another banga. Now let's move on to. I know, Forrest. This is a goofy show this week. Now you got a goofy guy hosting. It's me. Tom Brady is clear about his love for crypto, less so about a return to NFL. But we're going to focus on the crypto part here for you guys. All right. Tom Brady may no longer have laser eyes, and that is despite his ongoing lawsuit. But he is still excited about crypto. He says, now, guys, remember, Brady does own a NFT company, Autograph. It's a sports and entertainment NFT platform created by Brady that just raised $170 million in a funding round with Andreessen Horowitz. Now, I want to start with Forrest first. Is this important for the average retail investor who's not in crypto like we are to see some of their favorite idols and people, see them go through losing half their family wealth to now still saying, I enjoy crypto and crypto's good?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think he's is it important? Yeah, I think he's obviously talking his bags up a little bit. I mean, he's still heavily invested in crypto if he's launching an NFT platform. So he's not gonna he's not gonna come out and be like, I hate crypto, and then watch nuke his own bag, so to speak. But no, I mean, he's down bad, and a lot of us as crypto investors have absolutely been down bad, and it's to some degree kind of shows his journey, and that his journey, while he may have millions and millions of dollars and a much higher net worth than all of us, he is still has lost money and is looking to make it back in crypto. I mean, we've all been there.
Drew, what about you? Same question.
I just can't stop thinking about the fact that his wife left him.
Someone in the Bitbo stream said he lost wife changing.
Yeah, that's what keeps coming to my mind. Like, and he took that hiatus. He retired from football and then was at home realizing all of his 4 or 5 kids and just goes right back onto the field. I don't think that he's not the most wealthy person in my mind because wealth is legacy. But yes, he has a lot of money. And that's great.
Oh, did you say he doesn't have a legacy?
It's
Hold up, wait a
legacy
minute.
is easy to be tarnished. So
What did he do to tarnish it? Did I miss something?
He lost everything. He went back to his
you're
home.
talking
And
about with
he lost
FTX?
his wife. Now he's in a fight over his kids. So FTX thing, I think he was just an unfortunate victim of, being a useful talking head by Sam. And that video where he was standing next to Sam and he's like, hey, Sam, come here. Come tell everyone why you're so great. And Aunt Sam just comes over there all tweaked out on some prescription pill. And, they just sit there staring awkwardly at the camera for a minute. That's the moment that he knew he'd been rugged, I feel like. So seeing him return back to crypto, probably not the healthiest thing in the world for us, but we're going to have a bunch of these fantastic celebrities come in and poke their nose into crypto as the bull market returns. So expect to see a lot more of them. And, some projects and some companies are not going to make it, and you will see celebrities fall victim to that same conversation. So I try not to pin them to the walls like, yes, you are, nefarious in your advertising or talking about this company. I think he was just a useful pawn in a larger scheme of things. And, he's probably just trying to dig his heels into his original stance about crypto being good. And he's going to be right in 5 to 10 years if he sticks to it. It's the same slack not the same slack, but you see people like Michael Saylor get, rug across crypto Twitter and made fun of when the price goes down and he's nearing liquidation levels, right? Which he never really was even close to, but the FUD comes and it's just the nature of the beast for being so famous. He's a hell of a football player. So
Robin,
that's the way it goes.
I'm just really intrigued by that autograph. I know it's pretty bullish on that.
Wait, you got his
NFT.
autograph?
No, his new company.
I know.
And so I don't really collect sports memorabilia, but then again, I do have a host of cryptos that I just simply buy off of speculation and hopefully to make some money. And I could see myself getting sucked into the autograph platform, picking up some sports memorabilia. And if you get it while it's new and it's fresh, doesn't have too many users, I'm sure you can get some deals. And I'd imagine that platform will probably pop off in the next bull market. And so I'm excited to get a hold of some of those NFTs because I think those have a potential for upside.
You want to see more people in the more celebrities in the space, speaking on crypto and marketing it, or you want to see less?
It's coming. It's a big market, and then big markets are always going to have a big marketing budget.
I didn't ask you if it's coming. Do you want it personally?
It's irregardless. It's coming whether you want it or not.
I didn't ask if it's coming. We know it's coming. Do you want it to come?
What's the problem?
Would you like it to come?
I don't care.
Jeez, do you like coming?
Jesus.
On
The
that note,
PTZ worked. I would
He's
zoom
like,
in on
"Are
the
you
scene
upset tomorrow is coming?" Like, I don't know. It's coming whether you want it or not. Are you happy?
that's
it's
a
coming?
horrible analogy. Robin has problems answering questions, apparently. Now let's move on to another company that has problems. It is Gemini.
Yes.
As they are eyeing an Asia expansion amid regulatory challenges here in the United States of America. In reaction to the continuing exodus of crypto firms from the U.S., Gemini recently announced that it would focus more on Asia. They are looking at building out offices in India, which was a little shocking to me because India has been very anti-crypto, and Singapore as well. Forrest, are we going to start seeing a mass exodus of U.S. crypto exchanges and companies that provide service here in the U.S. because of people like Gary Gensler and Elizabeth Warren?
Yeah, I think we're already seeing it. We're seeing, I believe, Bybit now requiring KYC. We're seeing Gemini, maybe not leave, but set up contingencies in other countries where they've got to now expand their business into other countries so that if things get worse in the United States from a regulatory perspective, they have a working business in other countries. It's no different than, like literally any business. If regulation, if you sell soda, if you're Coca-Cola and they're they bring in laws that say you can't have sugar in drinks, and I know there's been like laws in some places where in some countries where like they limit the amount of sugar you can put in a drink. But if you're you sell cigarettes or alcohol and during a time of prohibition, you're not going to sit and stay in the United States or wherever that regulation is coming from. You're going to go elsewhere. You could you could try to operate illegally. That's one option, but at this point in time, operating illegally is not really a great option. So you have to go elsewhere. You've got to go where your customers are. And crypto is booming. It's booming on a global scale. It may not be booming in terms of United States regulation, but it's booming on a global scale. And we're in a very aggressive exponential growth curve if you actually zoom out for the last 5 to 10 years. So we're going to see it boom in other countries, and we're going to see those companies move to those other countries to look for those customers.
Robin, how important is the U.S. market to cryptocurrency?
Oh, it is the biggest. It's the largest financial. It's the largest GDP, the biggest
market.
Economy, the biggest capital market. And even though we have so many restrictions on leverage trading, you got to use VPNs to use certain exchanges to interact with crypto. And on the base layer, you do have the exchanges that do operate in the U.S., like Coinbase, like Crypto.com, and you can buy and sell crypto. There's a ton of users there, so a ton of capital there. Yeah. But there's also just a ton of capital from the traders, and so it's not to be ignored. We're always going to have people that are going to degen and interact in crypto space. It's gonna definitely shrink with more and more regulation and more uncertainty, and I'm not sure. We do want to give a quick shout out. We have a $5 super chat from Crick Cats. And he says, for Gala airdrop, what happens if Gala is held on Coinbase at the time of the drop? I would just say go and do a little research for airdrops. I know Coinbase has a link in their website where you can get a little bit more information on how airdrops work. But I would just do research on a case-by-case basis. And then also we got some new people here. If you're new, say hello so we can drop an hola back at you. We have MC Crypto, Anton, Zero Duckies Entertainment, Pat Murphy, Chunktown, Dave's YT, Hovind Harrison, who says, stop dodging questions, Rob, like Gary Gensler. And then we also have Timmy.
Thank you very much.
113. To all of you, hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto.
I want to
crypto billionaire in here.
Real quick on that super chat. My thing would be just pull it off and put it on a wallet you own. But I know Forrest gets a lot of airdrops. Forrest, is there anything you would advise if you're awaiting an airdrop?
As far as like security goes, or just
as far as like make sure you get to make sure you do get the airdrop. Like Gala's going from V1 to V2.
But he bought Gala. Or Crick Cats bought Gala on Coinbase, and his Gala's still on Coinbase, so he's waiting for it through Coinbase.
Yeah, so most cases, like if it's an airdrop to a coin for holding a coin, you're going to want to have that in self custody through like MetaMask or like a hardware wallet if you want to be extra secure. But because a lot of times what'll happen is the exchanges don't want to sort through whose airdrop is. They may not even list the airdrop token, and a lot of times they'll just keep it for themselves. So, I would get it off an exchange.
Not
just in
your
general,
keys,
anyways.
Not your crypto.
Yeah.
That goes for airdrops as well. They don't have to give it to you.
Right.
The whole Flare token thing with XRP on Coinbase, that was bad. Drew?
Oh, God. Flare. Dude, my dad yelled at me over not getting his Flare airdrop from Coinbase for the entire time. Like, it's been years.
You deserve it.
Every single time I talked to him,
do you deserve
he brought it up.
I
do deserve it. Well, and then they finally sent it to him, and it was like $20. Right? So he's like...
all that harassment for $20.
Yeah, he's been harassing me for years over $20.
Hey, bro, $20. Inflation's high.
That's $20 is $20.
It's like a Big Mac now.
That's like going to the grocery store and then going to customer service. Be like, they didn't take my coupon. And you're just like...
Yeah, but I was waiting for it too, and like it was just disappointing to see it delayed. I stopped caring at a point. You know what I mean? I didn't even go back and look if it's been sent to me or not. I really don't care anymore. It's been long enough. I've been holding XRP this whole time because the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and they're going up against the SEC. So
the enemy of my enemy
is my friend.
Got it.
Yes. So that's why I'm in on it. I think that they're up against Behemoth, and I mean, I've been in it since COVID. So it's been good to me. I got in when it was really red, like 17 cents, and it's been a comfortable hold. Try to get the soy airdrop, and I'm not eligible because I'm a U.S. resident.
U.S. Sunday.
Yep, U.S.
Number
resident.
one.
So thank you so much, Uncle Biden, for that one too. It really feels
Who's
great.
Gary? I feel like Gary's our crazy uncle that no one wants to talk to.
Do we have any new sleepy photos of Joe Biden?
I don't know. Why don't you take a look? Let's move on while he looks. Let's move on to rat poison. What do I mean? Well, Warren Buffett was wrong about a rat poison Bitcoin portfolio, and there's data to prove that he was wrong. Legendary investor Warren Buffett sees no value in Bitcoin, infamously calling it rat poison squared. Not even rat poison, just rat poison squared. But data shows that adding Bitcoin to a so-called rat poison portfolio, an equally weighted portfolio of Berkshire Hathaway, Microsoft, JP Morgan, and BlackRock stocks would have produced much better returns for the man. Let's take a peeky peek. I don't like that. Let's do this. Now, on the top here, you have these portfolios, right? All-time high, all-time low from start date. All-time high up 62%, 119%, 213%, 96%. Says the regular traditional portfolios, but Bitcoin on its own, 4,100%. Now take a look at the original portfolio. That was down 6.3% in total. That is without Bitcoin. Now, if you would have added Bitcoin, you would have had 121% if you added 1% of Bitcoin. If you added 2.5% of Bitcoin, you would have added 139%. And if you would have had 5% Bitcoin, you would have added 170%. Now,
And that's in the bear market.
it's in the bear market.
That is
Here you go. This is another Matrix style thing. So, do you think Warren Buffett will ever change his mind? Robin?
I don't think so. You know, he's made his money, and so he's deemed he's looked at the blueprint for success because he's a lot older. He's not gonna go to zero, so he's not gonna have to start again. So he's made his wealth. He's had his success in the field of traditional finance, and so I don't think he's going to quote unquote take a risk. He's just gonna stay in the same lane that he's been in. And new technology is gonna come and go without him.
And we're gonna come and go without you. And ask Forrest, what are your thoughts on this? Should everyone have some Bitcoin in their portfolio, or are there better plays with altcoins?
No, I mean, look, I would be, and this is probably an unpopular argument. I'd be of the mind that not everyone should have Bitcoin in their portfolio or crypto in their portfolio. And I know that's really unpopular, but if you look at one of the things that one of the rules that Warren Buffett has is he doesn't invest in things that he doesn't understand. So if you're somebody who genuinely doesn't understand altcoins, doesn't understand crypto, doesn't understand blockchain, you probably shouldn't have Bitcoin in your portfolio until you do the research on it and you understand what it is. Otherwise, you're just going to sell it as soon as it goes down to $15,000, $20,000. You're not going to have confidence in it. You're just going to paper hand it, and you're going to probably end up losing money if you do not understand why you're investing in something. So, I'm of the opinion look, if you don't have the time or the attention span or the inclination to do research on Bitcoin or crypto, and you're not hiring somebody else to a professional to do that for you, like a financial advisor, then I take the stance that you really shouldn't have it in your portfolio. You should probably stick with things that you know and things that you're confident in. If for you that is the S&P 500, if for you that is gold and silver, and you kind of understand that thesis, then all more power to you. I think we have a really bad culture in the crypto space of pressuring people to, oh, why do you not have AVAX in your portfolio? Oh, you're gonna miss out. You're gonna miss out on generational wealth if you don't buy Ethereum and Bitcoin. It's like you pressure somebody into buying, and then the price goes down, and they panic sell and they lose money. So, I don't think that to everybody. I don't think that crypto is necessarily for everybody in the state that it is currently in. I think eventually it will just naturally find its way into everybody's portfolios. It'll creep in. And if you want to be, early and an early adopter and get in and do your own research and really dive into it, then yeah, I think it's a phenomenal investment. I think it's a phenomenal place to be in, but never feel pressured to enter an investment that you're not comfortable with.
Drew, you look like someone that can convince someone to do something.
Oh, God.
Big dude. Would you, do you agree with what Forrest is saying?
I love what he said. Like, not everyone, if you're behind on your regular bills, right? You probably shouldn't be moving money into highly speculative, volatile assets. This is like the Wild West, man. Like, this is like, I compare this cryptocurrency being created to something similar to when the pen was invented, or the wheel, or just a large mechanism of society that's been invented that stays pretty well misunderstood for a good amount of time. People are afraid of it. They'll say it's a scam, just like the internet or when email came out. And yeah, I mean, it's extremely volatile. And if you can't stomach, 70% drops, and if you don't have a clear plan on what would actually change your scenario and the actual capital or the money income day to day, like if you're working, you have your own company, things like that. If you don't have that coming in to begin with, definitely don't. I would not suggest that. And then chasing around meme coins, this thought came to my head. I'm driving into work and looked at Pepe, and it's down pretty good. Still up 370%.
There's also like $2 million in liquidity.
Yeah, well, it's still up by like 300% from when it first launched, though. So
Yeah.
I will say that.
Try to get that money out, though.
I know. And a lot of people, when it was pumping, they're like, "Oh, you missed it. They're trying to give you that after sex FOMO, basically. And it's just like, it's already busted. Like, I'm behind the time here. You know what I mean? I can't catch that. So
Listen, I've been away from my wife for a week. All right?
yeah,
Just calm down. Slow the roll.
So hold on. No. So Pepe.
He's already busted, so don't worry about him, all right?
I'm about to bust your head with the semen.
No, we
Hold
gotta
on,
look at this.
there
This
you
is
go.
funny.
Yeah, make sure it says semen. Okay.
Forrest is probably like, what the hell did I come to?
So right here,
Are you gonna
where's
do
the
some TA? Have you ever done
No.
TA before?
Yeah, let's see some TA. BJ.
Yeah, draw some lines. I'm
BJ.
kidding.
So a market
Where's
cap-
the parabola?
Hold on.
no a market cap of 90.99 million and total liquidity of 2.81 million.
That's a
So
hell
that
of
requires one whale taking that money out, and everybody's screwed.
BJ,
Like,
what
Is that
pattern
good?
is that forming there?
a get wrecked pattern.
Oh!
No, I mean technically,
Why is the
isn't there
six so
almost
small
support
up
right
That
there?
is so confusing. Is that 6 numbers?
6 zeros.
But like,
Oh,
Not much
Yeah.
liquidity.
there's no liquidity in that.
Not much.
None.
And I'm a big fan of Bitcoin. I got into Bitcoin like all in once I heard the term non-essential, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to be useless in 10 years, so I better figure out a way to put together a large portfolio of money to buy land and to create wealth for my family outside of just depending and hoping on some kind of non-existent retirement account that's going to pay me out in a 401k, which our major banks are admitting is not going to be there by 2033 anyways. So I've always watched that. I started this finance focus in kind of a gold bug prepper mindset, and I was always looking at the U.S. debt, saying that there's going to be some kind of breaking point. Really, what I've learned is that there is no breaking point. It's all just a facade, and they just keep kicking the can down a new hallway. I think they're going to tokenize finance to do so. And having exposure to Bitcoin was the only thing that I saw as logical at the time. I much prefer my money being in Bitcoin or anything that's in cryptocurrency or DeFi rather than traditional banks, because I flat out don't trust / don't like traditional banks. So it's a choice of.
I'm happy you brought up
yeah.
traditional banks, TradFi, trad banks. The next article we're talking about is from Cointelegraph, the worst code I've ever seen. Euro stablecoin
What, Ethereum?
faces centralization criticism. Criticism has been leveled at a euro-pegged stablecoin released in France due to a decision to restrict peer-to-peer payments. French bank Société Générale Forget released the Ethereum-based stablecoin called EURCV. Which is available only to qualified institutional clients. According to the people who looked at the code,
Yeah.
the transfers need to be approved by a bank before the transaction is processed. They coded it so they have to whitelist all users, process all user transfers, and even process your approvals before they process your transfer from LMAO.
You better not be in the streets of France doing anything naughty, or you might not be able to use your money.
Someone said, is this your CBDC? Ubar said that.
Well, here's the thing. If that is your CBDC, wouldn't you be happy it's on the Ethereum network?
Am I happy about that?
No, I'm just saying, okay, if you had to choose government issued CBDC on whatever
Why would it matter?
ledger
No, let
they
him
decide
finish.
to use,
Hold on.
or would you rather have France use Ethereum network and to use that ledger to transact their CBDC? Same question. Instead of France, you replace the US. I would rather have the ledger that is not. And here's the thing. Hypothetically speaking, you'd be able to not participate in this unless forced to. But
Exactly.
I'm just saying that at least a little bit less power in the hands of the government.
I would have rather seen it on the Solana network because at least it wouldn't be up all the time. Now, what I'm trying to say is, Drew,
Yes.
what are your thoughts on this? They're taking something that was meant to serve a purpose and they're completely ruining that purpose and trying to serve their own purpose. Is this the right thing?
No, this is totally just par for the course on CBDC conversation, Euro coin, American coin. It doesn't matter, whatever label it is, China coin,
Global coin,
whatever you want to call it. I choose violence. If this comes to them actually having the ability to pull money out of my account for what I say, for where I am,
you'd already be
for what
broke.
I'm speaking out against. I'm not choosing any one of those options. I'm choosing the third option. And, good on France for standing up for themselves. This is pretty ugly. I came across this CY Gar, GAAR. He found in the code that they can actually, take your money straight out of your account without any sort of interaction. So, yeah.
Pull up.
Pull up the France stuff.
This is interesting.
Don't tell me my business, devil.
So this here. I don't have any sound.
Hold on. Maybe
We
I'll
act
try
like
to
we
get your
have
audio.
only two options. Okay, like
I
we
do it.
are free-willed people still.
All right. So I don't have the sound pumping here, but
Wait, turn it on for a second.
This is the exchange, right?
here, if you guys want sound, here I'll do this.
Yeah, let's see if
Turn
this
on the
works.
sound. I want to hear.
I just gotta go to my cable. There we go.
Oh,
I don't have sound because I refuse to.
Whoa.
All right. So here you have. So this is the stock exchange in France.
Yeah.
And so we've seen no shortage of riots, and a lot of it stemmed from them pushing back the retirement age for Social Security there in the country by 2 years. And everyone that was about to get it is freaking out. And not to mention people that weren't about to get it. It didn't matter. People were just fed up. Like, look, you guys are taking way too much advantage. And they went and stormed the
Yeah, I don't
French
have audio because the way you did the virtual. But anyway.
It's okay.
No,
We don't
okay.
need. I need to just see this.
Did they
Yeah,
pick up
this is
any like
fantastic.
stocks and stuff or what?
No stocks were picked
Oh,
up
now
off
I
the
got it.
ground.
'Cause we're seeing like Walmart and Target get raided. They're picking up shoes and stuff. Did they at least get some?
Here's the thing.
They were not there for Nike.
Do you think you could see something like this? Because I remember when COVID happened, first broke out. I remember they locked down China, and I remember telling my wife, I was like, I'm like, China's so crazy, locked down a whole city. And in my head, I didn't really think that this was possible that it would happen here in the States. And so now we're seeing these riots, and U.S. has no shortage of riots now either. Do you think that we could see something like this where people get so tired of finance that they go and take over the New York Stock Exchange?
Hopefully.
'Cause this is the equivalent to that. What do you think? You said no, David?
I
We're
mean,
too
I'm
complacent
kidding.
here and
Definitely
pumped up on atrazine. We're a bunch of babies.
Say what?
I said we're too pumped up on atrazine and a bunch of babies.
No,
here
we're
to
too
revolt.
busy trying to figure out what people are and what they identify as.
Yep.
French people also took on the BlackRock HQ in France recently as well, in the exact same manner. You
Let's
know
hear
what I
your
mean?
best French accent.
oui, oui. I can't do it very well.
Can
Excusez
just try.
Yes, right. No, I can't.
And let's hear it, Robin. Come on.
I got nothing.
Aren't you a classically French trained chef? Didn't you work for Guy Savoy, for God's sake?
Yeah, I did.
So here, let's hear it.
All I know is they say show in the kitchen all the time. That means
Wow.
hot because you're always behind you with some hot pans and stuff.
Forrest, what about you? You got any French in you?
Yeah, omelette du fromage.
I may do fromage. You have to put this accent in it. BJ, what about you, bro? You seem a little well traveled.
Excusez pourquoi?
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So that being
Did you-
said,
did you say parkour?
Yep.
All right, so we have 10 gifted memberships as well from our
Oh, yeah.
favorite community member, or one of them, Redman.
Wow, from our
and now we also have a few new people here in the chat. If you're new, say hello so that way we can drop an hola back at you. We got Dyna Mike, and then we also have Luna Sestian, Mr. Kennedy B, Rob, and also Supreme 100s. To all of you, hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto.
guys, let's move on. Let's move on to artificial intelligence. Wait, hold on. I didn't get Forrest's take on this. My
We
bad.
didn't- we
Forrest, what are your
When
thoughts
chaos.
on? What are your thoughts on the Euro stablecoin thing? It's they blocked out peer to peer. It's only for institutional clients, but a bank has to approve every single transaction.
So if it's only for institutional clients, I'm not gonna say. I mean, at the end of the day, if you've ever sent like a wire transfer, it's pretty cumbersome. It's not too. I'm not gonna say it's not too different, but it's like you kind of have to go in and you sign it, and then it's like a very manual process. So it kind of reminds me of that, but it's on the blockchain. As far as the code goes, it seems like one of the issues there is that it has to be manually approved with another transaction, which is another gas fee, which you'd think you'd outsource something like this to a layer 2. It sounded like it was on Ethereum mainnet. So yeah, I mean, look, it's on Ethereum, and it is much of a anti CBDC person that I am. I think they're inevitable, and I guess kudos for using the Ethereum blockchain, even though they're using it in a way that's
not a blockchain.
I mean, but it's cool that I will say, like, it's cool that they built it on Ethereum. I'll just leave it at that.
Would you rather have, okay, so CBDC aside, would you rather have FedNow? Would you rather that operate on Ethereum or through whatever system they built for that? I'm just curious.
You already know my answer. It's Solana.
Solana.
So that it sometimes goes down.
Exactly. Thank you, BJ.
He literally said that a few minutes ago.
These guys don't pay attention. Only
I
Forrest
do.
does. I know you do, BJ. Thank you.
Your eyes are so captivating, though.
Well, that's a little weird.
Wow.
Anyways, BJ. BJ, I'm gonna miss you when I go back to Vegas, man.
No, you're not. Don't lie.
I
to
really
me.
am. You're a funny dude, man.
Yes.
You're a funny
He's a
dude.
gem.
Definitely not gonna miss Robin though, for sure. What were you saying? I feel like Robin.
All right, what's next?
Okay. Let's talk about AI taking people's jobs. AI has most Americans scared about privacy and job losses. Now, we know AI is coming. We're seeing money being poured and resources being spent to further AI and the technology. What do you think? Who should be worried the most? And what are some pros and cons, Drew?
I mean, I used to be a headhunter or HR/recruiter type person for a long time, about a decade. And once I saw AI become kind of a conversational piece, Elon came up, talked to Joe Rogan about it, had a lot of regrets about it kind of got out of his hands or his control. And there is, I feel like, a degree of regret that Elon has from the level and the velocity of AI's growth. And me as an HR person, I felt like, my job in kind of the white collar sense of just receiving emails, vetting them to make sure that they are cohesive, and then setting up next steps and tracking those next steps from there was absolutely at risk of being automated. I see risk for, I know a lot of people think that there's an in-person need for real estate agents, but I have a lot of people I know that actually prefer the opposite, to not deal with any, smiling person that's taken 30 grand out of your closing cost. So I see AI going into real estate, HR, kind of recruiting, hiring needs. I see it going into customer service in a big way, probably customer service first, because you can just auto-generate 90% of the things that people are asking in those customer support bubbles on these websites.
They're so inefficient.
Yeah, well, and they don't really have that complex of questions to ask, right? You only need to escalate a question of difficulty, maybe 1 out of 100 questions that come through your average customer service portal. So if you're in customer service, HR, real estate, there is beyond that, I think AI is going to pretty much swallow majority of humanity's jobs by the year 2060. I think that it's going to self-propagate and actually hit that singularity level eventually. I don't think we're there yet. We could potentially be, but in the short term, the next 10 years, I'd say customer service, HR, and real estate. Gotta watch
The
out.
worst customer service is the internet when you're trying to troubleshoot that thing. I'm telling you, every time I call the internet, or every time I talk to the internet company, like, did you reset your router? I'm like, yes. And then they're like, are you sure? I'm like, yes, I did. And then like, we're going to send a reset to your router over the internet. I'm like, I told you I did. And they do it anyways. And
Gotta check all boxes.
dude. Yeah, but I think that's that is a quick fix. Also, I don't, as you mentioned, you don't like the real estate agent. I don't like the car salesman.
That too, but you know,
Like, yeah,
you have to have.
How's
you
the
don't
AI
need-
going to show you around the lot?
Yeah, the showing you around the lot, getting
How are they going
hound.
to? How are they going to give you compliments to
They
make you
always
buy a
want to
car?
ride with you in the car, and then they ask you all kinds of questions. How's it feel? I'm like,
I bought my
You
car
know-
from a vending machine.
Do you buy it from Carvana?
Yeah,
There's a lot of empty Carvana vending machines
There
now.
is.
good.
We should go fill them up. Listen, I have a car dealer story to tell you guys. Car salesman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at a Hyundai. I was looking at a Toyota
Pronounce-
car. Hold on. I was looking at a
Hyundai.
Toyota. Couldn't afford it at the time. My credit
sure.
wasn't that good.
you couldn't afford a Hyundai?
No, a Toyota.
I mean, Toyota is highbrow. I understand. You know.
Looking at a Toyota. Couldn't afford it. Guys like,
I
hey,
couldn't
check out
afford the
this
ramen
Hyundai.
noodles.
It's like, hey, check out this Hyundai. We're riding in the car. He could tell I didn't like it. He's like, roll the window down. You feel that cool breeze? Think about all the ladies when you stop at the stoplight. Think about all the ladies that are going to look in the car and see you. You're
Hyundai.
going to be like, wow, look at that car. Like, doesn't that feel good? Think about all the girls you're going to pick. So he made the assumption that I cared about picking up girls in this car. A, I would never pick up girls in a Hyundai. B, I'm married. Happily married, to say. So, it was just annoying. And so, yeah, I agree with Robin. That's my 2 cents. Forrest, pros, cons, and what jobs may be replaced first?
Yeah, so I actually don't. I'm in the other camp. I don't think AI is going to replace as many jobs as people think. I think it's going to lower the barrier to entry for a lot of jobs. I think it's going to accelerate a lot of people's efficiencies at their job. And I'd actually argue that perhaps it creates more jobs. So you look at other examples of technology in the past. It's like, did computers replace jobs or create jobs? The advent of
think both.
Some people are going to lose their jobs. Some people, there's going to be some new jobs. The exact numbers on that is impossible to predict. You look at cell phones. Yeah, you used to have people to operate, like payphones, or you had a telephone operator or whatever. They lost their jobs. But then look at all the jobs that were created building out cell phone and cell tower infrastructure and creating the iPhone, Apple. You're going to have a lot of companies birth. You also have like the barrier to entry for a lot of jobs, like especially creative jobs. Like music industry. We had that Drake and Weeknd song. That
song was lame.
crazy.
That was lame.
It was
though.
crazy. Though.
It wasn't that good though.
It's not about being good.
I think a lot of people like it. I think a lot of I think
the novelty of it or the actual art.
The actual song did really big numbers.
Yeah.
And it was AI generated,
Well,
right?
it's Drake. It's pretty easy to do big numbers as Drake. Right?
True.
What it did,
Right.
like the 145, like minor 5. It's whatever the classic pop 4-chord turnaround is that like every song is.
I used to work in an
4-4-6.
industry that got automated out. I watched it. I did. I worked in manufacturing making printers, and once machinery and automation came, it went from a 2,000 employee location to the entire thing being automatically ran by 10 operators.
So there are some benefits of automation as far as for the end consumer. Does make products cheaper. I mean, you see that a lot of times it's cheaper to buy from Amazon, and there's so much automation and AI running that whole thing. And, it does make things cheaper. You got the grocery store with the self-scan. I don't think I've ever paid for the bottle of water at the bottom of the cart. And also, just
Wait, what?
saying.
Are you snitching yourself out again?
So I'll leave it at that. Also, we do. One of the community members, HP, dropped a $6.99 super chat. Says, "Hola to the best community. Happy Friday. Spend my cheap Canadian $6.99 super chat dollar wisely. Buy David a new shirt." And also,
Zoom in on me, BJ.
Let's see this.
and then we also have a few new people.
I can see that.
Thank you, HP.
Joe
Appreciate you, bro.
G, Anthony Johnson, Blocksville, Tennessee, F.U. Santiago, with a bunch of other
F.U.
names.
Santiago. This is our community you're
No,
speaking
then
about.
F.U. and then Santiago. And
Oh, I thought
then
you were
John
saying Should be wearing
one of these.
Gland. John Gland says, when are you guys going back to Vegas?
Monday. Mark your calendars. We're back to our regular show on Monday.
Monday?
I'm freaking excited.
Sunday.
Yeah.
For Big Rob's Rant and Ramble.
Rant and ramble, huh?
Yeah, it's a show that has little
Yes.
cryptocurrency and me in front of my computer.
Correct.
Just
And if you want real
rambling
crypto
nonsense.
and you want me, I know you love me. We'll be back on Monday for real. But yes, Robin is doing his rant and ramble. Now, damn it. Now for me, the intriguing one is lawyers. We even had I read this. You're a good man. I read this article. A lawyer was telling some of his clients.
Yes.
Right? You saw
I
that?
saw that article.
Hey,
yes.
you don't got to pay me $600. Just chat GPT this thing.
He was sabotaging his own industry.
Right.
Like
we
open.
saw, we saw the news article. A guy went to court with chat GPT on his phone or whatever it was, an AI. And that was his lawyer. And he got answers from it. And so, but here's where I'm not too worried. I think it actually might be a net positive thing. We already know how the jobs market is. There's 2 jobs for every 1 working American. And if those gaps can get filled, it can help possibly bring inflation down instead of having to go work, a job like an entry-level job like McDonald's. If those become automated by robots and
they
already
dude.
are.
They are.
I'm saying if it happens on a grand scale on those places and they actually implement some vocational training in high school, you can come out instead of going and having to make $15 an hour, you can go and make 20, 25, $30 an hour.
If you had a felony charge over your head and your only 2 options are publicly
Are you
a
asking for a
public
friend?
defendant or AI, which one would you pick?
AI, bro.
ChatGPT or public defendant?
AI.
Really?
Yeah. What about you? You pick a public defender? The lowest on the totem pole? Over AI?
Yeah, I have to go AI as well.
Yep. Forrest, what do you say?
Right now, public defender. In a year, AI.
Okay. Drew?
Cross-reference what the lawyer is saying with ChatGPT.
Come on, bro. BJ, I feel like you
got
just
a
do
legal,
it yourself.
you got a
wouldn't
legal
you?
team. Be like, my legal team here. Like, hold on.
2 phones.
I'm gonna be busy reenacting Castaway in the forest somewhere.
You're going to go to did you say Forrest?
He's going.
I mean, I
to the
said
forest.
the forest, but
Oh,
not
well, he is the Forrest. He's the one and only. Show some respect. Shame
do.
on you. All right. Robin, why don't you tell the people about the giveaway we're doing because we're about to draw this thing?
All right. So if you guys are new to us, if you're watching on the Blockchain Basement channel, there's a link in the description to our giveaway. My laptop. And so all you got to do is follow us on Twitter and also follow us on or subscribe to our Sin City Crypto YouTube channel, and you will get an entry. We have $300 worth of gift cards, 12 gift cards of $25, 12 winners. You can go on and pick yourself out a shirt or something cool like that. Let me see. In and out crypto. Let me show you.
I'm about to win this giveaway.
You're about to win it?
Stop it. Bro,
Immediately.
In and Out
Dude, Forrest
is
about
bomb,
to catch
bro.
these airdrops on this giveaway.
Ah.
I already follow
In and Out
you
is trash.
on Twitter, and I already follow you on.
You guys are
YouTube.
racing him.
And so here I got our website pulled
Show
up.
some of the European stuff on there.
And so you got some
I had
regular-
that shirt actually.
I could
This-
show this, but what percent of the sales am I getting?
2.
We'll send you a shirt of your choosing. You pick one out there, okay?
50%.
All right, so we got XRP
shirt.
Okay,
stuff,
fine.
and
I'll show you a
then
shill.
you got this.
That's a
looks
cool.
like-
The
that-
Nintendo one
yeah,
I
that
like.
looks
Oh, with
something
Mario
for you.
out. Yeah.
And then-
Bitcoins.
Then also, even if you don't like Sin City Crypto, you can go get yourself something. And then this is our link. This is our stuff there.
Those
as well,
backpacks
so.
are pretty dope.
Look at that face of your Rob's face on that one
Which
shirt. Very.
This
Good,
one?
Keep going down. Well, I think that's on.
Oh yeah, there it is.
This one's intense, dude.
I actually have one of those.
Is this like taken in the middle of the night at
Me
Caesar's Palace?
and David would wear each other's faces, and then I
Okay.
when puts the lotion on the skin. So,
No, I was thinking more you guys 69ing, but you know.
Well, that's
hell
so
yeah.
weird.
All right, all
Welcome to the
right.
basement.
So yeah, we'll draw this, and so we'll give you to the end of the show to enter, and then we'll draw it as soon as the show's over, and we will email you your code. That's basically the $25 gift card code. So you got about 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
We'll
No,
draw.
no. I am the one who says that. We're almost done actually.
Yeah.
So you got about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, in the meantime, let's look at someone's portfolio and let's rate it. Arthur Hayes. He's a multimillionaire. Now, we got some hold of his on-chain cash in DeFi. Now, of course, this is a small portion of his portfolio, but ETH, Bond, Pendle, and Arbitrum. 80,000 in ETH, 48,000 in Bond, 17,000 in Pendle, and 14,000 in Arbitrum. Never heard of Bond or Pendle,
Johnny's been on Pendle.
Johnny has been on Pendle.
Just today, he's been bringing it up. He got a little spicy about some fees. I think it was one exchange was charging high fees. I can't remember what. He's bringing up Pendle as maybe
Crypto.com was.
Yeah, Crypto.com was the one with the high fees. I don't know. I was looking at Pendle just because Johnny brought it up, but I mean, this is kind of interesting to see Arthur Hayes is looking at the same things, looking at Arbitrum too.
He's got some money supplied in GMX.
Yeah.
He's earning, or his GMX gives Arthur 4.3.2% a year, which with his holding is $700K a year in interest. Damn. This is why the rich stay rich. You know, they just know what to do.
Yeah.
And so, what are you guys' general thoughts on this? This, you know, obviously ETH is where he's playing in. Is there another DeFi chain that you're excited about, Forrest, that could maybe compete possibly with ETH?
That rhymes with Ardano.
So yeah, I mean, I'm big ETH fan here, and it's not on necessarily DeFi because it does go down. I think it'll be used for you know, other stuff, particularly gaming. But I'm actually very bullish on Solana. I know that's an unpopular opinion. But it's giving me a big reminder of how everybody loved to dogpile on Cardano last bear market cycle when it was below 5 cents, saying it was vaporware, saying that, you know, they had their own criticisms for Cardano, and then it did over 100x the next market cycle. I think Solana could potentially be a candidate to do a large multiple off of the bottom. Again, I recognize the fact that it goes down. I recognize the fact that it's not perfect. But there's a pretty robust community building on Solana, building some interesting stuff. And they're also going into cell phone hardware, which is a really interesting play. I don't know if I'm bullish on that or not, but it's still very, very interesting. It's a huge market to tackle. So, I think we're looking at Arthur Hayes' portfolio, but I don't know how we got on that tangent, but either way.
I like tangents. This show is about tangents. And you know what else? You said dog. BJ, pull up.
A dog? I was
Is it
actually
dog?
trying to read the Japanese.
Oh my, this thing.
What's
again.
This is a man who identifies as a dog.
This
That
is
is
why we're
literally
going
a
to be
human
invaded
being.
by aliens right here. This is why the aliens are going to take
Imagine the
That
pain
is
medication
furry
he's
to
going to
the
have to be on.
max.
us out.
That is literally a person, guys.
Okay. If
A
you
dog
had, if
costume.
you had to bet one way or another, is he butt naked inside of there?
Yes,
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, 100% you have to
I'm
be.
definitely imagining it.
Does
that
he
way.
have? Is he
can
stimulated
suss today.
under there? What do you think? Just
15 grand, by the way,
Hey,
for
Rob.
that outfit.
The tail doesn't hold itself.
Oh,
You're so stupid, brother.
we are so.
and by the way, I didn't have the link to our own giveaway in our YouTube channel, so that's there now in the description. So.
Hey, your YouTube link to giveaway was on the live stream this
yes,
morning.
thank you.
Thank you, Drew.
Yeah. That's
Now,
right.
Drew,
Yeah,
Arthur Hayes, Ethereum,
Arthur
big
B.
guy.
he's huge.
Yage.
Huge.
Yage. What's another DeFi chain you're looking out for?
Yeah, I'm trying to look at Trader Joe's a little bit more.
So Avalanche?
Yeah, Avalanche, and I'm still pretty big on Cardano. So, you know, it's not going to make up. Like, I'm at that choice. Like, Ethereum still makes up 20% of my portfolio. I took all of my profits and did really well off of just Ethereum last cycle, but it still might run. Like, I'm targeting 8K for Ethereum, but it's on the back of my mind to just go ham into Arbitrum all the time. And I have a good holding, just a small holding of OP. But yeah, for DeFi, it's hard to get Cardano out of my head. I know it's kind of boring. The price action's kind of boring, but I had a chance to be around and listen to and talk to Hoskinson, and I still believe in his intention and his focus with the project. You know, and Rome wasn't built in a day. You know, I know Solana.
But it also wasn't built in 20 years, some people say.
And it took a long time to create her. So
Was it built in 20 years?
no, definitely not. But yeah, Cardano still kind of top of my mind for other things in the DeFi realm to consider more heavily. And I might be doing something with
Speaking of boring, Robin, what are your thoughts?
You know
You know why I love this show so much? It's 'cause I just bag on this fool all day long, bro. It's the best.
What does his portfolio look like, anyways?
If you're paying attention, you would have seen it.
Absolutely. I'm doing some cross
This
marketing.
is a small smidgen of his portfolio.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of
This
ETH
is a
and
toe
ETH,
dip,
ETH
but,
derivatives.
You know.
So he's big on ETH. My question is there another DeFi chain or layer
Phantom.
one that's got DeFi?
Phantom.
Phantom?
Well,
let's see where it ranks on the TVL here.
That is my top pick for next bull market cycle.
Phantom is top 10 in DeFi. Total value locked.
DeFi.
BJ, pull this up, BJ.
I'm gonna spread out between gaming. I think this is
spread
gonna
out,
be
huh?
my biggest. I'm a piling on that probably the most out of
Phantom?
when I get outside the top 10.
Forrest, are you
still
bullish on
playing it
Phantom?
safe for
Yeah,
the top
yeah,
10,
yeah.
but I
Phantom's
like
a great
Phantom.
pick.
I like Phantom.
What about
outside
Tron?
the top 10.
It's funny that they intentionally never include Cardano on these lists.
They do.
Where is it?
They're just ranked really low. They only have 153 million in total value locked.
That's definitely not true.
I mean, I'm not going to say and argue if this is true or not, but you just sound like a really big Cardano maxi.
I mean, okay.
Are you not?
There's validity. Well, I said some pretty funny stuff about Cardano earlier.
You did.
And I did.
You also said some other really funny stuff.
No funny. But yeah,
Fuddy.
I mean, does it
Oh.
not include the 70% of Cardano that's staked?
Probably not. No.
So the billions of dollars right there?
yeah, but that's not
point.
DeFi. But that's not in their DeFi protocol, right?
Right. It's different.
But I guess it has kind of a link to their because
Yeah, I guess it's like
they're
where do you draw the line?
validating. Either way, they're validating those transactions that are happening on DeFi. But it's not total value locked. The money's not in these DeFi protocols.
Right.
So will that money start to flow out of staking and into the DeFi protocols? Who knows? I'm still bullish on Cardano. I just know they're the turtle in the race with hair versus the turtle. Speaking of hair, the man who's losing hair, Robin, are we getting ready to drop?
Are you losing hair?
I got a nice. I got a nice full head of hair here.
Forrest.
Looks healthy to me.
It's healthy, bro. There it is.
All right,
be the one
Rob,
that
let's draw. Let's do the draw.
Yeah.
Who's going to win?
All right.
Who's doing it?
Robin's doing it.
Do I do it live so they can watch you scam them?
Oh, yeah.
Man, I
Put it
don't
up
even
there.
know where I log in.
He
at
doesn't
in
even
this
know. Perfect, guys.
thing. Go ahead and do your outro. I'll,
Enhance.
Oh, there you go.
We'll, get this thing going here.
Hold
Oh,
up.
he's
Wait a
getting it
minute.
going. He's getting it going, folks. We're in there.
Make it smaller. Make it smaller.
No, he does.
Okay.
Go to winners. Go to winners. There you go.
Winners. Draw winners.
All right, do it live. Go, BJ.
Hold on, man. This might have information.
I hope yep. We're going to dox everyone live.
Hell
yeah, this might have all kinds of emails and stuff on here.
Well,
Okay,
you
you're
told
right.
me
Like,
to
get it
take
off
the shot.
He told you.
All right, now you know that the winners are drawn.
Get
off the shot!
I like how he's trying to block it on the computer. Like, all right, now they know that we drew
All
the
right.
winner live. Okay.
All winners are drawn, so we'll just leave it at that.
You will
check
get
your
an email. You'll get an email from this email. Robin at sincitycrypto.io.
I'll just say some names here. So you got Wesley, Antonio, Rob, Ali,
Rob and David, you won your own giveaway?
Jarek. You got Royals.
Royals Rowry.
James Bond.
James Band. So yeah.
There you go, guys. Congratulations.
Nice.
We will email you the code for your $25 to spend on
Xavier
InterNetCrypto.com.
Bradley Street.
I don't want to dox them. Let me say
is
their
a
full
real-
names.
I'm not saying their full names.
That's the guy's name.
It is the guy's name. I'm sorry.
You know, live television. What can you do?
You can wipe
yeah.
the tears with that free T-shirt.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I'm shutting the stream off.
Yeah,
All right.
We're actually done anyways.
That's it. We're going back
Guys,
to Vegas.
Guys, go check out everyone, but especially go check out my friend Forrest at Sistine Research. If you're from the blockchain basement, you've never seen this man, his TA and analysis is absolutely on point. You'll find it if you go to YouTube and just type Sistine Research, like the Sistine Chapel. And if you're from our community or if you want more of us, we will be back to the OG Sin City live stream on Monday at
It was great
10:30
having
a.m.
you.
Pacific Standard Time. So I know we've been streaming around 10:15 a.m.
Look at
This week we're back to 10:30 a.m.
Cut him
Pacific
off.
time.
Thank
Next
you.
week.
I am.
Love you. Bye.